Om Shanti. This is the Avyakt Murli of 20th of January 1981, and the title is Those Who Now Have the Total Right Over Their Mind, Intellect, and Sanskaras become the images who bestow blessings. Today, Baba, the bestower of blessings and the bestower of fortune, is regarding his children as great donors and bestowers of blessings. At present, all of you are playing your role of great donors according to your capability. However, as the end of final time is now coming close, you especially now have to play your part of bestowers of blessings in a practical way. You great donors serve through your words, but now the percentage of especially serving through your mind simultaneously is a little less. Your percentage of serving through words is higher than your percentage of serving through your mind. As bestowers of blessings, your percentage of serving through your mind should be higher than serving through words. Serving through your mind means that with your good wishes and pure feelings, you should be able to see the practical fruit of greater service in a shorter time. In order to serve as a bestower of blessings, you first of all need to have pure thoughts for yourself. You also need to practice controlling all your thoughts within a second. Throughout the day, move along in waves of pure thoughts and go to the bottom of the ocean of pure thoughts and become the embodiment of silence when you want. This means your break should be fully powerful. You should be able to control the power of your mind. As well as this power, the other two powers of the soul, your intellect and your sanskaras. All three powers should be under the control of you, the soul. If you have less of a right over any of your three powers, you aren't able to do as much service as a bestower of blessings as you should be. This year, you are to do the great task of making the great sacrificial fire greater, and so you accordingly have to play the role of a great donor for this great sacrificial fire. You also have to sacrifice in this great sacrificial fire any weakness that is stopping you from having total right over the three powers of the soul. The task you have to carry out is an unlimited task. In order to carry out this unlimited task, you have to have positive thoughts for yourself and good wishes for others. As a bestower of fortune, you should have all your powers under your control to become master bestower of blessings and go to the bottom of the ocean with your elevated thoughts and become an extremely sweet and powerful light and might house. This is the form through which you should serve. To the extent that you come onto the stage of service and use your physical facilities, you should also experience your form of silence to the same extent and thus become an embodiment of success. You have created very good facilities for service. You are making this sacrificial fire greater for unlimited service. So, you also have to make this great sacrificial fire of the gathering into a vessel of the Shanti Kund, vessel of a sacrificial fire, with great intensity. The sacrificial fire for service means to plow the field of serving souls of the world through words. When a field is plowed, the earth turns over. Only after you have plowed the field can you sow seeds. Then you can water those seeds with coolness and with your power of silence. Those seeds will bear fruit. Do not think just because you have created a great sacrificial fire for service that you have now finished the main part of service. You have only just plowed the field. Therefore, you now have to sow the seeds. It is this that takes a lot of effort. After doing this, in order to harvest the fruit of the seeds you have sown, by serving as a great donor, you must serve as a bestower of blessings. To be a bestower of blessings means to keep yourself constantly full and complete with blessings. What is the first blessing you received? As soon as each of you took this divine birth, what was the first blessing you received? A blessing is something that doesn't require any effort. What blessing did you receive through which you easily have all attainments? Does each of you have separate blessings? Or is it the same blessing for all of you? When you relate your blessings, each of you speaks of different blessings. However, all of you have one and the same blessing. It is the blessing that the Father has accepted all of you without any effort on your part, without his thinking or considering how weak you souls may be, or how much courage you lack. It is this: whatever you are, however you are mine. Whether you call this a lottery, your fortune, or a blessing, it gives you all rights to your inheritance within a second, and it is given to you by the Father himself. Baba switched on your switch of the consciousness of belonging to him. You never even thought that you could ever have such good fortune. However, Baba, the bestower of fortune, gave you this blessing of such fortune. This blessing of 1 second gave you all rights to your inheritance for many births. To become a constant embodiment of the consciousness of this blessing means to become a bestower of blessings. Baba gave each of you the same blessing in just a second. Whether you are a young child or an elderly person, whether you occupy a high position or whether you are just ordinary, whether you are healthy or ill, no matter what religion you belong to, what country you come from, whether you are educated or uneducated, each of you has been given the same blessing. However, you become number-wise in putting this blessing into your life and becoming an embodiment of the consciousness of this blessing. Some of you become an embodiment of this blessing constantly, and others only stay conscious of it sometimes. Because of this difference, 2 rosaries are created. The beads of the rosary of those who constantly remain an embodiment of the consciousness of this blessing are constantly turned and remembered. The beads of the rosary of those who only use this blessing sometimes, or who are only conscious of this blessing sometimes, are also only turned sometimes. The former are the bestowers of blessings, that is, they constantly remain embodiments of this first blessing. Those who constantly belong to the Father can also make others constantly belong to the Father. You did not have to make any effort to claim this blessing. The Father Himself adopted you. Just constantly remember this one blessing, and you will be liberated from having to labor. It is when you forget your blessing that you have to labor. Now, through your form of a bestower of blessings, serve with the power of your mind. This year, with your own powers and virtues, you must bring weak souls closer to the Father. At present, the majority of souls want to gain spiritual power because they know that it is only through spiritual power that they can achieve what no one else can achieve through other power. However, they consider themselves too weak to follow the path of spirituality. The one leg of desire is visible in them. Therefore, you must now, with your own power, give them the second leg of courage. Only then will they be able to walk and come to the Father. At present, they even lack courage to come close. First of all, give them courage and enthusiasm with your own blessings and make them feel that they can also become like you. Only with all your cooperation will those weak souls be able to claim a right to blessings. Only when you bestowers of blessings make these lame ones walk will they later offer you thanks. Some will become your devotees, and others will become your subjects. However, there will also be those who come last and go fast. So, do you understand what you have to do this year? Just as you have the enthusiasm to make your great sacrificial fire greater everywhere, so too, together with making this sacrificial fire greater, also have the enthusiasm to make the right atmosphere and vibrations with the vessel of silence, Shanti Kund. Just as you are making new pictures and preparing floats, lectures, and platforms for this great sacrificial fire, so too all of you Brahmins everywhere should become living pictures and floats as a light and might house. You should prepare lectures on the power of the mind and the power of silence. Go on to a platform in the Karmatit stage and play the role of a bestower of blessings. Only then will perfection come close. This year, for the task of unlimited service that you are going to carry out, you have to go onto the stage of service in a collective form with the one slogan of revelation, one strength and one support. All of you Brahmins have to give your finger of cooperation to accomplish this task. In the same way, this year, you have to become the practical form of the bestowers of blessings and accomplish this unlimited task. Do you understand what you now have to do? To those who are in the stage beyond sound, while coming into sound, to those who give other souls courage through their own courage, to those who bring other souls close through their own closeness, to those who enable crippled souls to run the race, to such great donors and the bestowers of blessings, Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bap Dada meeting Dadis. Is the time coming closer to you, or are you moving closer to the time? Are you bringing the time closer, or is time drawing you? Is the drama making you move, or are you making the drama move? Are you the masters, or is the drama your master? Many times you say that whatever is in the drama will happen. However, as you progress further, whatever is to happen within the drama will be so clear to you that you will not say that whatever is to happen in the drama will happen. You will speak with authority of what is going to happen in the drama, and then it will be seen that only that will happen. Just as your future reward is apparent to you, so too, whatever is to happen within the drama will be just as apparent. No matter how much someone tells you that something is fixed in the drama, or that you don't know whether someone will become this or not, will you accept them? No. On the basis of being knowledgeful, you have become masters that this is going to happen. You will speak about whatever is to happen tomorrow or after a second with such authority on the basis of being knowledgeful and the power of clarity that this is definitely going to happen. Not that you will see whatever happens, but you have already seen what will happen, and it is just that happens. You will develop such authority. This too is an authority. You have to have such authority, and the kingdom will be yours. No matter how much someone tries to shake you, everything will be so clear to you that you will become an authority on every point. However, only if you stay in solitude now will this happen. The more you stay in solitude, the more touchings you will receive. Whatever is to happen in the future will become as apparent to you as the present moment. At present, you don't have so much time. This scene is also hidden behind the curtains of the drama. You will also have this experience. This is why you have been told that this year, the more upheaval there is in service, the more you should go underground. When a powerful new weapon is invented, they remain underground. To stay in solitude means to go underground. Whenever you find a few moments, this what you should do. You may not even be able to find an hour or half an hour to do this, but you will develop the practice of speaking one moment, and then when you have 5 minutes, going into the depths of the ocean. Anyone who comes in front of you at that time will understand that you are not here, but elsewhere. Then their thoughts will also have a break applied to them. Even if they want to speak, they will unable to do so. They will receive a very clear answer in that silence, while they might not understand so clearly in words. You saw how Sakar Baba experienced being lost somewhere else, even in the middle of some activity. While listening to someone, speaking to someone, or giving directions, Baba would suddenly go underground. So now there has to be a wave of this practice. As you move along, others should see you as being totally lost to this world. They should feel that you, angel, have gone beyond the bodily world and all consciousness of the body. This is what would be called a vision. Anyone who comes in front of you will have to experience of the stage. In the beginning, there was a wave of visions, and thus the news spread from there. Whether they consider it to be magic or something else, it was this that spread the news. When you have this stage and are able to grant visions in the form of an experience, revelation will take place and your name will be glorified. They will have visions and experience the practical fruit. Revelation will take place in the season of receiving the practical fruit. This is known as the form of bestower of blessings. Anyone who comes here should return with an experience. While talking, you yourself become lost, and others also have the same experience. This too will happen. At present, everything is accomplished through words. However, the stage of experiencing and giving others an experience will enable you to find a solution to a problem within a second. You will take less time and achieve greater success. Nowadays, when you tell anyone anything, what do they say? Yes, we know all about this. They too have become knowledgeful. Within a second, they reply that they know that. This is what you hear them say. Everyone also understands what correction they would receive for a particular mistake they may make. Therefore, you now need to find a new method. This is that method. There is no lack of points of knowledge, but there is a lack of experience. Give them an experience of 1 second's powerful silence, and they will become quiet. Bapdada meeting groups personally. The specialty of Brahmin life is experience. Together with knowing each virtue, you should also experience it. If you lack experiencing even one virtue or power, then at some time or another you will be influenced by an obstacle. Now begin the experience course. Use the treasure of every virtue and power. Become an embodiment of whatever virtue you want at any particular moment. The virtue of you souls is love. You should be an embodiment of love. However, there should not just be love, but love should be in your form. Any soul you look at should experience spiritual love. If you yourself or others do not experience this, it means you are not using what you have received. Nowadays, people keep their things locked away in lockers and don't experience the happiness of using them. Similarly, you must not keep your things locked away. Do not lock away your treasures in the locker of your intellect, but use them. Then you will discover how elevated your Brahmin life is. Then you will continue to sing the song, Wa Re Me, the wonder of I. There is a difference between the words of those who experience this and those who simply know about it. Those who simply know about it are not able to give anyone an experience of it. So, check to what extent you have become an embodiment of experience, what power you have attained, and to what percentage you have attained it. Check whether you are able to use that power at the right time or not. It should not be that when an enemy comes in front of you, your sword doesn't work, or that you remember your shield when you should be remembering your sword, or that you remember your sword when you have to remember your shield. Only when you are able to use whatever you need at the right time will you be able to be victorious. Acha, blessing. May you be a conqueror of obstacles by remaining in the consciousness of being an angel, and thereby experience the Father's canopy of protection. When you awaken for Amrit Vela, remain in the consciousness of being an angel. Every morning at Amrit Vela, give Father Brahma the gift that he likes, and Bap Dada will enfold you in his arms. When you are in Baba's arms, you will experience yourself to be swinging in super sensuous joy. When you remain in the consciousness of your angelic form, the Father will become a canopy of protection for you and protect you from any problems or obstacles. By experiencing the Father's love under His canopy protection, you will become a conqueror of obstacles. Slogan: ignore the swings of Maya and constantly swing in the swing of super sensuous joy. Om Shanti.